What's going on, James? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well, man. Hey, thanks a lot for hopping on here. I am excited to have you over at our Greater Orlando REIA meeting on Thursday, June 26th. As we hop on here, a lot of my members don't know what you do just because we're over in the Orlando market. And if you want to just go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them exactly what you're currently doing in your real estate investing business.
Yeah, absolutely. Lawrence, thank you for having me. I'm honored to be a guest speaker at your event. So, first of all, thanks for the invitation to come out and speak to your audience. So, my name is James Lascara. I'm a real estate investor here in Tampa. I spent 15 years in the military, and about 10 years ago, I realized that a key to unlocking financial freedom was investing in real estate. So, I started doing that, moved to Tampa in 2019, and between 2019 and now, I've started five different real estate businesses, all that are surviving and doing well now. One is rentals, one is ground up development and new construction, one is equity allocation in large commercial, mostly multifamily projects. One is our local Tampa mastermind, and then one is my team of agents. So I try to structure it in a manner that they're mutually supportive and different vertically integrated entities. So I have a big love for the game and a passion for learning. So I'm excited to bring that energy and share it with your audience on the event day.
All right, baller. So five businesses over the last 5 or 6 years, 6 years essentially, and they're thriving. That's awesome. I mean, most people are just trying to figure out how to flip their first house and do deals, and you've scaled up five businesses. So amazing. I actually met you because you have one of the best masterminds here, or one of the best meetup groups slash masterminds here in Tampa, and I happened to stumble upon it, and I was like, wow, where are all these people coming from? And then I realized it was you. So that's why I wanted to have you come speak at my meeting. Let me ask you this. Why'd you pick ground up construction?
Yeah, so I did a handful of flips and I really got into the rental game around 2020. And what I realized was when you're buying an existing structure, you're inheriting decades worth of things that were either done or not done to that structure. And when you do a ground up construction project, you're starting from scratch. So you can decide in line with the land use and in line with the code, in line with the permit, what can go there. And so it's a great way to basically create your own canvas. And I think there's also something special about seeing a vision that you created actually come to life. And in the process, if you do it right, make some money too.
Dude, that's amazing. Like I love ground up construction. I love new development. I mean, it's something that's absolutely needed. And you're exactly right. I have done a lot of rehab projects and you've nailed it. So to be able to start fresh and ground up. So when you come and speak to our group, I know you're going to be showing people how to find the right lots, how to kind of navigate through some zoning, how to work with the contractors, just kind of building smart, how to structure the deal. I mean, you're going to be going over a few things. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a meat and potatoes presentation. Is that correct?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring the bring my enthusiasm, and we're gonna put our learning hats on, and we're gonna dive in as much as possible. You know, it's interesting because I'm not a general contractor. I have no plans to become a general contractor, but I think there's this misconception, not just about the GC aspect of new construction, but also about what new construction entails. Like I've got to be the architect, or I've got to be the agent that sells the project. And what I've really found is if you can structure the right team, you can be successful without having any title or license. So I'm
No,
going to be
that is.
sharing a bit about that too.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. I mean, I have been in and out of over 1,000 properties over the past 20 some odd years, and I haven't swung one hammer in the whole time. So, yeah, we want to make this clear. This is how to actually be a developer, not the contractor that's developing the property. So, I appreciate you mentioning that. Let me ask you this. So, one of the things that I love and why I was drawn to having you speak is you don't just talk about the rainbows and sunshine things of the business. You're real. So you talk about the good stuff and you talk about the not so good stuff, maybe the darker stuff that happens. And when I say darker, just it's a business, right? And any business has its ups and downs and struggles. And depending on the market, the climate that we're in, interest rates, taxes, insurance, you talk about everything. And some days you have great days, and some days you are, battling it out. So I appreciate you mentioning that. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, what most people are trying to hide all the bad stuff. What makes you want to talk about it because it's a very important thing for people to understand. It just isn't all gravy. So
Yeah, Lawrence, that's such a good point. In 2025, an environment where we are so interconnected with technology and social media, people are going to show you only what they want you to see about their life. And, I subscribe to the belief that I just keep it real. There are going to be good days in business, there are going to be bad days in business. And at the end of the day, being hyper driven to build something meaningful as a team is not going to always be easy every single day. I don't know a single person that could be the case for. And in fact, if it was easy, you'd probably appreciate the process and the result a lot less. And so, I try to be pretty open about the struggles that I've had. I try to be pretty open about the challenges that we face now as a business. And that has never gone away. We always are in some season of challenge. And what I've noticed
that's
as
right.
you level up, that challenge starts to look like a new thing. Maybe something else that you didn't expect.
Yeah, absolutely. At every level, there's a new set of challenges, and that's the thing. And that's what you want. That's when you know you're growing, is when you're not dealing with the same challenges every single time, because every level is a new set. So, all right, just kind of capping this off. What's one piece of advice that you could give to our members as they are going through this journey before you see them in a few weeks on June 26th? What's a piece of advice that maybe you can leave with them?
Yeah, so I'm excited to come. I'm excited to share all my experience with your investors. I'm excited to meet everybody in the room that night. When you come to this event, I want you to be dialed in, and here's why. There are people in the room, and right now you probably have problems in your business. I have problems in my business. Everybody has problems in their business. There are going to be people in the room that I'm speaking in that can probably solve your problem. Get rid of any ego, get rid of any pride, and just be open about what season that you're in right now, how you can help others, and how you can receive help. When you approach things with that mindset, you're going to go so much further, and people are going to really love collaborating with you. So be open to it, lead with value, be ready to receive that value in return. That's the advice that I would give.
Love that, dude. Hey, let me ask you this. Where can people find you on social media if they want to look you up prior to the meeting? Like, what's your Instagram handle?
Yeah, JPL Invest on Instagram. That's probably the best place.
Awesome. JPL Invest on Instagram. Love it, dude. We are so looking forward to seeing you on June 26th, Altamont Springs. My man's going to be teaching everyone about ground up construction, how to develop your first deal. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Lawrence.